All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the market color for the 13th of August, 2024. If you can hear me, you can see me and can also see my charts. Please let me know by leaving an emoji for me in the box, in the chat box. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Please let me know. Okay, how about now, sir? Good morning, boss. Good morning, Mr. Ibukun. All right, Mr. George, good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Once again, welcome to today's market color session. My name is Abigail, and I'm going to be covering commodity currency pairs, after which my colleague is going to come on board and cover a few other pairs. So let's get straight into business. Starting up with USD CAD, right? I always like to start my analysis from the 4-hour time frame. And looking at what price has been doing so far, you'd see that USD CAD has been on a sell. So I actually caught this USD CAD early on, but I left quite early after catching a few pips. We can see how much further USD CAD sell has gone, right? So we've been seeing structure to the downside. Price is currently inside my Keltner channel. For those of us who have been following our market color sessions regularly, you should be familiar with the indicators you see on your chart and how I use them to make sense of the market. So now that price is currently here, what do I see USD CAD doing? I see a brief retracement, right? I expect USD CAD to retrace a bit more into the green Keltner here before it continues selling all the way into my red trend all the way down here. Looking at the 1-hour time frame, you'd see that it's also almost in confluence with the 4-hour time frame. And I'll go back to put a line there so we see if it is. On the 4-hour time frame, I expect price to retrace back in here, right? Where is this mark on the 1-hour time frame? You see where it is, very close to the momentum. So this momentum, this pullback Keltner, it serves as a magnet that drags price to itself. So I'm saying price is going to move back here before it continues the sell structure to the downside. I still see more sell structures to the downside, especially if the goal is to respect structure. Structure is to the downside. Now, going to the 5-minute time frame, I see something that looks like an entry for us to enter this USD CAD because price has broken below. However, we're not going to jump in until we see a retracement here before we now go to the 1-minute time frame to fine-tune our entry so that we have a tighter stop loss. But price has broken below all Keltner channels. So again, remember I said I see a pullback, which could now be the retracement before we now start seeing specific entry structures to the downside. So following structure, respecting structure on USD CAD, I am expecting to sell, right? So just wait for price to retrace. And then if I see my entry pattern first before I enter, because that's very important. It's one thing to have a bias, another thing for your strategy to be respected to the last point before you jump in. So for NZD-USD now, what do we see on NZD-USD? Very similar to what we did on USD CAD. We're going to be analyzing from the 4-hour time frame. And what I see here, looking at most recent structure, even if it's indicator you're using, you can see that price has been buying. Now, if you've been following our analysis every time, especially on this currency pairs, remember that I was always saying price was going to buy all the way back into our 4-hour trend, which is what you see here. And it has done that. Even on AUD-USD, it has finally done that, right? So price is here now. What next? 1-hour time frame. Structure is also still to the upside. I'm still seeing more moves to the upside. However, when you pay attention to this, you'll see that sunshine has been printed, basically signifying profit taking. Now that this has occurred, what do I expect? When profit is taken, price is going to rest. So I expect NZD-USD to pull back in here. Rest, come and rest a bit. You've been buying for a while. Give me some pullback before you continue the upward movement. 1-hour time frame as well, we see another sunshine here. So are we going to be seeing a short-term sell on NZD-USD, a short-term buy on USD CAD before they continue their move? Most likely, right? Going to the 5-minute time frame now to mark out specific entry points, something I did not do on USD CAD, but we could always go back there to draw them out. So I'm going to, you can see the horizontal lines here, but in order not to confuse you with the number of drawings we have on this chart, let me delete them and draw them back so that you have an idea of what I am saying. There are 4 basic things we do on the 5-minute time frame anytime we open this chart, and that's to draw out first yesterday's high. For our FS Bootcamp students, they are familiar with what I'm saying. For you who uses price action, just take note of the level we're looking at. Even if it's the numbers, you can write down, and then wait for price to get to those figures and look for your own entry pattern. So, all right, so I've drawn out yesterday's high, drawn out yesterday's low. The next thing I'm drawing out is day before yesterday's high, which is very close to it. And then I'm going to draw out day before yesterday's low. So what do I expect price to do at these levels that I just marked out? I'm saying that NZD-USD is going to retrace for sure. That's certainty already. Or is it going to retrace and find support at this level? Or is it going to retrace all the way back into this other level that we marked out here before it finds support to continue the 4-hour trend, right? That's the function of these levels that I marked out on the 5-minute time frame. So my price action traders, please just take note of the figures you see around here. I could use the crosshair so you see the specific figure. For this one that was marked out here, just write down 0.60341, which is the first place where we suspect that NZD-USD might find support at. But if it doesn't, the next level we're looking at is 0.60023, right? If it does not find support here, the final level we're looking at is now 0.59894. Now, if price breaks below all of these levels, then it gives us an idea that, okay, maybe structure is starting to change. Maybe we're going to start seeing formation of a downtrend. Remember, price is fractal. So wherever the lower time frames do, the higher time frame will eventually catch up with. So this just gives us where to look out for buys. If they get broken below, most likely our bias is starting to change. So for AUD USD, I'm sure it's going to be very similar. You remember the trend I spoke on NZD USD, right? It's also here already. Price is now here. Sunshine has been printed. What does sunshine signify? Profit taking. The big guys who have been riding all of this move are starting to take their money out of the buy move we have been seeing for a while. So we expect retracements. If not retracements, maybe a formation of a new trend. However, for now, retracement is what we expect, right? On the 1-hour time frame, you can see that price is in here. Sunshine also printed very close to trend. So I'm looking at price doing this, move back down, most likely into our magnet, which is the orange Keltner channel, move back in here before it continues buying. So I'm going to repeat the exact same thing. See, trading is it's boring. You're basically doing the same thing on different asset classes, right? So I'm going to use the horizontal line now to make it a bit faster and mark out the specific entry points we're looking out for to find support on AUD/USD on the 5-minute time frame. First one is yesterday's high, just as we did on NU. Second one is yesterday's low. The third one we're looking out for is, okay, they are very similar actually. So you see these period separators have given us different days that we have, these lines you see here. So yesterday's high, yesterday's low, day before yesterday's low, day before yesterday's high. These guys are in the exact same levels. So another place that I see AUD/USD rather finding support is inside this red trend here. So there are 2 levels I'm looking out AUD/USD finding support. First one is 0.65812, and the second one is 0.65644. So please take note of these levels. We're going to wait for price to get here. If price gets here, it gives us entry patterns for buy confirmation. We're going to be buying AUD/USD. If it doesn't and it breaks below this level, the next part we're looking at for support is 0.65644. If it breaks below these levels and I'm not seeing entries, then we might now start suspecting that, okay, a new trend is about to form. If you look at FinViz now, you'd see that there's no really clear play on the daily time frame. You know how we have all these different economic themes that give us an idea of the pairs that are predominant, right? So if I go back there, kindly hold. I'm going to try to share my screen so you see what I'm talking about. Okay. So you see that on the daily time frame, it's not clear. However, you can pay attention to see that NZD is here and AUD is behind it. So if we see AUD USD cross to this level, right? We want to see NZD AUD around here. We want to see dollar dump. That's where it gives us a clear plan. Okay, risk is on, and we're going to start seeing more buys on these guys. However, till then, we're going to keep watching. Bear in mind that we have PPI coming out by 1:30 p.m. and we have CPI coming out tomorrow. So these high impact news should help give the dollar a clearer view of where it is going, which would then give us a clear perspective of what our commodity currency pairs are doing. And that's pretty much it for the pairs we're looking at. PPI is at 1:30, already stated that, and CPI. And PPI doesn't really do as much in the market as CPI does, but regardless, it is still high impact based on what we're seeing on Forex Factory. I'm trying to be sure that this is the right data I'm looking at. Yeah. Okay, so it seems I missed it up. USD PPI. Yes, it's today, right here. And then tomorrow we have official cash rate on NZD. We have a bunch of news releases coming out on the NZD, right? Scroll down to see what else we have coming out. We have CPI here tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. So I believe by tomorrow we're going to have a clearer view of what we have playing out in the market. And that's pretty much it, the wrap for my session. Okay, that's pretty much it for today. We're going to be reconvening at 3:30 p.m. to see if our analysis has played out. We're going to see, we've already marked out those levels, right? So we're going to come back by 3:30 p.m. to see how they played out and if we're also able to take advantage of those moves. FS Bootcamp guys, I'm sure you're seeing the same thing that I'm seeing. For those of us who are not indicator traders, I am an indicator trader. If you follow everybody's analysis on the floor, you see that I trade differently from Cynthia. Cynthia trades differently from CJ. CJ trades differently from Nico. So we have all of these different strategies in our course, the FS Bootcamp course. You can come learn it and then pick the one that works for you. I chose to stick to indicator, and that's why I predominantly trade indicators. I hope this session was helpful to us. Please let me know if it was by leaving a message for me in the chat box before we call it a day. Please let me know if it was helpful. Just leave an emoji for me if it was. You don't need to type so much if you don't want to. All right, thank you so much, Mr. Ibokon. Thank you, Timmy Tope. Was it helpful to the others as well? All right, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Dominion G Crown. Is this your name, sir? Can I call you G Crown, or there's another name that I can use? I know this person has been joining our market color sessions frequently. I always say G Crown, but I don't really know your real name. So what's the name, sir? Okay, Franklin, Mr. Franklin. All right. It's been an amazing time with everybody online. Thank you once again for always joining our market color sessions. One day we're going to do a session where we unmute the mic and everybody analyzes what is in the markets. Let's see how we all tell the story of what the market is doing. For those markets, I could be seeing a sell, you'll be seeing a buy, someone else is seeing a buy, and we might all be right, we'll all make money, or all of us will collect. So one day we're going to do that and have a more interactive session. Right. So with that being said, do have an amazing day. Have an amazing trading day. I wish us more peeps, more money in our pockets. And as my boss would always say, cheers and God bless.